This is an honest review of the past 3 months of selling on TikTok Shop. I've been a top seller on Etsy for the past 6 years, made close to 200,000 sales on Etsy. And on Amazon Handmade alone, I make 6 figures in top line revenue. So there's something about infiltrating a marketplace that I love doing, and TikTok Shop has been my target for the past 3 months. So in this video, I'm going to give you an honest review on what happened in the past 3 months. So make sure to stick around to find out exactly what the potential on TikTok Shop, this viral thing that people are talking about, really actually is. Guys, I'm super excited to make this video because I didn't think TikTok Shop was going to be as interesting as it was. And there is a lot of hype. I think some hype is overblown if you are trying to build a business. You can make a lot of money if you go viral. The problem is most of you guys won't get those viral effects. Most of you guys will have a TikTok Shop that will have 100 subscribers or 200 subscribers. Your average video views is going to be about 500 views per video. Guess what? That's exactly what I've been doing. I've been running a very basic TikTok Shop. I haven't gone viral on a single video yet. So this is my honest review on not going viral on any videos, being just consistent views, nothing crazy. This is kind of the control variable. And I'm actually super excited that I get to share this information, get to share this behind the scenes. We're going to look at my charts. We're going to look at what I've been doing with TikTok Shop. And by the way, if you want a deeper dive on what I'm doing, in my bonus content section of my masterclass, I've actually included a much more deeper on what I've been doing in regards to listing creation, going live. What does it mean to create a listing? What are the things you need to focus on, pay attention to, and how TikTok works in general. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about that in this video, but if you want a deeper dive, you want to follow me on that journey, my goal is to get to $500 in sales per day on a consistent basis. Make sure to sign up for that masterclass. I will continue to upload bonus content, information like that. By the way, if you want to sell on Etsy, that is really my main section of that course. TikTok Shop is massively underrated, and this is why I'm going to give it so much more energy than I have in the past. If you think about anything you've ever bought before, have been at some point you've been influenced. You've been either influenced by knowledge, where you kind of found out, hey, this tool works for this problem, and next time you're going to have that problem, well, you're going to buy that tool because you've been influenced to have a correct answer for that problem. Or you walk into someone's house and you like the way their plants look or the way their furniture looks, and guess what? You're going to go home and you're going to buy the same one, or maybe later when you do have enough money, you're like, hey, I want to buy the same furniture as that guy over there. You're always buying things because you had previous experience with some form of that product. With TikTok, now the distance between when you're influenced and when you buy it could be months, could be years, could be days. With TikTok, they like to bring that as close together as possible. The moment you're influenced, you have the option to buy. And that is revolutionary in the marketplace. No marketplace has that but TikTok Shop and maybe Instagram. Amazon's trying to do with their seller programs, with their little programs that they're trying to get people to create content, but they're not a social media platform. Where also with Etsy's trying to be creating short form content, but it's not becoming a social media at all. Whereas TikTok is a social media, and they can add on that option to buy. And not only that, but they're actually creating a full-on marketplace. Here's the thing. My biggest concern with TikTok was I don't want to have to create content to stay afloat. That's one thing I didn't like about Instagram. It's the reason why I'm not really big on even Shopify, is because I like the approach where the algorithm is just going to feed me customers. And as long as I do basic requirements like SEO and certain kind of continuing to add listings, a very predictable infusion into my business, and I can expect a certain amount of customers, I like that model. And I was really hoping that TikTok is going to be that. Turns out it was that, because TikTok actually has a marketplace that people go to buy. And this is where you're going to have consistency. Now, here's the thing. It has a bit more fluctuation, because when you post, you get more views. When you don't, you get not as much views, but you still get sales. And so there's definitely a bit more fluctuation in terms of volume. But the thing is, it's a lot more consistent than Instagram. So let's jump on my computer. I'm going to show you my first month, my second month, and my third month, and kind of explain what I've been doing in my general approach so that you kind of get an idea. So if we go on my analytics this month alone, this is my third month, I made $1,000. And here's the thing, this is a side project for me because I got a lot of stuff going on. I have a startup business that I'm a whole different model. I'm not selling on Etsy directly. I'm selling it through other sellers. So I'm a manufacturer for print on demand. By the way, if you are interested in a print on demand relationship with dog collars, if you want to sell dog collars, but you don't want to buy equipment, I do have a sellers program. You could sign up. The seats are actually very, very limited. I'm going to be closing up that program here pretty soon because I don't want to go into the holiday season with too many sellers. So the spots are limited. So check it out. Just want to mention that. So I don't have much time, so I've been doing that. We're gonna have a kid literally in a week, so we've been preparing like crazy, and so I've been extremely busy. I don't really have that much time, and plus we've had the surgery with my daughter, and that has been really big. So my life is pretty chaotic, but despite all of that, I was still able to get $1,000 in sales on month 3. So the previous month, I want to show you guys. I want to be as transparent as I possibly can with you guys. That's what you get on this channel, so make sure to subscribe. So on, let's just say 19th to this 19th, I've got $500. So we doubled. And then if you go to the month before, which is really honestly my first actual month, and I'll explain that in a second. My first actual was $300. So it was like $300, then $500, then $1,000. And I think next month is going to be probably double that, if not triple. My goal is to get to $500 in sales per day, which I think is possible. And I'm going to really push to that. Again, if you want to follow me on that journey, subscribe to the masterclass. So how does TikTok works? TikTok is brilliant in the way, and this is what I understood, and I followed this very closely. TikTok has both customers and viewers. Viewers are people that are not customers that can become customers. Customers are customers, and they probably are also viewers, and they're going to continue to view, and they can become customers again. And that's the beauty of it. And Etsy likes to track both. For example, let's just say you put your listing out there. Well, customers going through the algorithm trying to find, say, a dog collar. We're selling dog collars, and they're like, oh, this is a nice one. So they'll look on that one, they'll click on it, and they're like, maybe I'll buy it later. Sure enough, they go, keep going, and then something comes up, and they get distracted. And then later on, they're going to sit as a viewer now. Guess what? The algorithm is going to recommend my content about that collar, about my brand, and about dog collars, and they're going to find that exact collar on the bottom of that video, because guess what? That's how close TikTok has brought content to product. And so we're going to influence that customer one more time for them to buy that product, and the likelihood of that customer converting is through the roof. So they might not buy it here, but then later we're going to retarget them. Or vice versa. They are just a viewer. They like certain kind of content. They're a dog lover and they love dogs, and they're like, ooh, this is a cool collar making. The floral dog collars, I love it. They love it, share it, favorite, whatever. And then they're like, hey, I need to buy some gifts for my friend who has a dog. Guess what? We're going to appear on the marketplace. Now they've become a customer. Not only do they have the direct line to buy the product when they're watching the content, but they're also going to be tracked, and the algorithm is going to be now reformatted to them because they've already interacted with your content. This is the genius, is that customer has a chance to be sold to much longer than on Etsy or even Amazon. The only time they come to Etsy is then when they're going to buy, or maybe they're looking to buy. But Etsy can't target them unless they pay other companies when the customer is just searching and just enjoying content. We can't, they'll retarget, but it costs money. Whereas on TikTok, they're right there in the same platform, and all that database is collected, and it gets very, very laser targeted. So my strategy is create content, and then that content is going to be recycled to all of these customers and recommended, which also means the cycle of your content is going to be much longer. And so that pretty much all of this, because I've been so busy, I've really created all of that content in the beginning, in the first month. And now with the growth continues to grow despite me not making any content. So this is huge. Now, I've also gone live, because live, you're more likely to convert a buyer or a customer, and you're more likely to get the interaction, and they're more likely to buy. And that's been a really good infuse of that kind of customer. TikTok is a whole new way of selling. It's a whole new way of producing. content and selling product. It makes producing content a monetizable way of making money, so people are more encouraged to make that, but also it allows for customers to truly interact with your brand. Here's the thing, if you're a handmade seller, if you actually made the product in shop, you are a content manufacturing machine, no pun intended or pun intended. But when I sew my dog collars, right, I have all of these designs and I'm sewing the dog collars up or the straps up there. I'm recording every process. I'm cutting down here. I'm cutting the straps. I'm recording that process. I get on this CNC machine. I'm recording the process. And guess what? I have hundreds of videos that I'm later in the day just edit them really quickly. I have 2-3 videos I post, and then I go, and then with those videos, I'm able to actually post the listing of that product and sell it. This is literally revolutionary, where people get to see you make the product that you're selling. That doesn't happen in a lot of the platforms. Like I said, Amazon's trying to do it, Etsy's trying to do it, but they're not anywhere near where TikTok is. TikTok not only has that advantage, but they also have the traffic. And so this is massive, this is huge. So I would recommend, if you want to grow your business, really try out TikTok, really get, because like I said, it does take time. Create the first listing, create a ton of content, and then just go back and forth with creating listing, creating content. So hopefully this video was useful. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification for more videos on how to sell your handmade goods or your products on the internet. This is the channel for you. Okay, until next time, have a great one.